Hey, what's up, y'all? Wolverine here. Anyways, I figured I was being Lucifer's son and all. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of me, so I might as well go ahead and start telling you a little bit about myself. When I think back to my longest long-term memory in my mind or my brain, the one that I can see the furthest back, and it's solid, and I know every part of it and every detail, and it's not a dream, it's real, just as real as right now. Well, my mother, she was at that time single, divorced from the original whatever. Point is like my mother was on her own. She was single. She was living in this trailer park in South Carolina. And it was just me and her living in this trailer, and I lived at one end of the trailer and she lived at the other. I had a bedroom, and I used to sleep in bed at night with this big long Raggedy Ann doll that was just as tall as I was. Well, I remember Raggedy Ann was like my friend, my comforter. If she was there with me, I wasn't scared. But anyways, this one particular night, I remember really clearly. There was this, I don't know, my mom was probably at one end of the trailer and I was at the other one sleeping. And it was really late at night. And there was a thunderstorm. It was dark outside, and, you could hear the lightning popping, and you could see rain coming down like hard, like cats and dogs thundering rain, and just coming down hard, just boom, like a flood type rain. And I got up out of my bed, and I remember I walked up to the window, which is like across the room from my bed, and I walked up and I looked out the window, and when I did, right as I looked out, I noticed it was like a lightning bolt or something must have hit at that same exact time, the way I perceived it as a child. And when it did, it lit up the whole entire sky in front of me, just like it was daytime, but even brighter. And I could see everything, in front of me and everything. And it was weird, it's like boom, and then that flashed down into, it was like a flash. And then I remember being at the window looking down and knowing that there were three beings in my room behind me. One in the middle, just a little taller than me, actually a lot taller than me, and the two on the sides a little bit taller than me, but both the same height. And these beings then somehow got me from the window to sitting on the side of my bed. And one was sitting beside me, and the other one was on the other side of me. And one was standing directly in the middle of my bed, like through it though, like in a transparent kind of motion, you know what I mean? Standing there, with half of his legs into my bed. You got what I'm saying? So, they let me know somehow. I was looking down still at my knees and my hands, because I knew that I was not to look at them. I don't know how I knew this, but I knew very deeply that I was not to look at them. As a child, I knew that if I would have looked at them, I don't know, something not right would have happened, or bad, or the wrong thing, an irreversible thing, so I didn't look at them. And very scary to me as a child. But at the same time, they also felt ancient and old, and like wise, but only the taller one. The younger ones just felt like recruits or something. I still can't understand how I can even explain all this as a 3-year-old, or as a man explaining it as a 3-year-old. But they let me know not to look at them, basically, and I was looking at my knees, and all of a sudden in front of me, on the floor, something appeared, and it looked like a big giant box, like a floor model TV. It had a monitor screen. Now at this time we had black and white TV, and I think we had color TV too. But we didn't have, well here, let me explain what this thing looked like. It had a monitor, and it had a telephone dial, like buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 9 and the 0 and all, and it had like a slot machine where you would put a credit card, and another like slot where it looked like it would put out money, something like that. But here's the thing, I'm 43 right now. I was born in 77. When this happened, I was like 3 years old, so it was like 1980. And you can check, that was way before ATM machines even came out. And here's one in my room, and I don't know what it is. The aliens spoke to me, but not out loud, through my mind in some kind of way. They spoke to me, but I knew that I kept a box under my bed, and in this box I kept a whole bunch of these baseball cards, but on the baseball cards, it wasn't baseball cards. I was never into sports like that. It was like the actors from these movies, like Spaceship, and there was a movie called Airplane. And they told me to take out the pictures of the pilot. And I did. I took the picture of the pilot from the movie Airplane, which was a comedy when I was a kid, and I put it into the slot. And then they told me to push in a digit code. And I pushed, I don't know how I knew, but I knew which buttons to push. And then a picture came up on the monitor. And on the monitor, it was a picture of the pilot blown up, like I am now. Just like this, looking straight at me. And the pilot, they basically told me to look into the pilot's eyes. So I did. I looked into the pilot's eyes and I just stared into it. And then some time went by. And then I started seeing something through the screen. I don't think I was supposed to see, but I've always been able to see this stuff that other people doesn't see. But it's like I could see like matrix digits falling in the background of the display, through the picture, and I realized that was some sort of programming. Well, I don't know. That's like it's like the earliest memory though that I've got, like, of I guess whatever you call it, an alien encounter or whatever, but it's stuck back in my mind and I can't get rid of it, and so I thought I would share that with the world. That was my first experience. Now I have a whole bunch more experiences, but I'm gonna break it all down so that these ain't too long. This one's already going up there. Like Lionel Anderson says, subscribe to survive. I want to give a